Boy, after last week, did the lobster emails come in? Holy shit!
Oh, we were talking
remember the lobster. Remember the lobster crane game?
Oh yeah.
Man, are there some people out there with either expertise or passion or both for lobsters?
It tastes good.
I'm allergic.
I caught a lobster once with my bare hands.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
You can get
What
a
kind of
permit.
Bear Grylls shit are you doing?
You can get a permit in LA to go catch them, and you go at night. Was it early in the morning? I think it was at night. And you take an underwater flashlight, and you get a bag, like a mesh bag, and like a snorkel setup, and you go out there, and you dive down. You spot them with your flashlight, and then you dive down. You put the bag behind them, and then you like spook them with your hand, and they shoot backwards into the bag.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't like fight back or anything.
These were spinies. They didn't have claws.
Bummer for the lobster.
Well, yeah, then you eat them.
Yeah.
That's a totally different tactic than I use. See, I go into a restaurant and sit down, and I just bring a wallet, and then I give them money from my wallet, and then I eat the lobster.
You're a real
tried that.
survivalist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
Or if you're fast, you can grab them from the top. And they don't see you.
That sounds scary.
And you ate it?
Yep, made a bisque.
Wow. At home?
At my friend's place.
Okay. Well.
Delicious.
All right. Well, let's commence with the lobster emails. Here's one from Arthur. Dear Bombcast, last week you guys talked about lobsters and asked why they aren't put out with an ether rag before being thrown into boiling
tiny
water.
ether rag.
I'm guessing from the laughter that Dan was the one who asked that question.
Yeah. It's a funny visual to think of.
Lobsters are the source of many studies, specifically on their ability to react to pain. The current theory is that lobsters react to things that could be painful due to a biological reflex, but they do not actually feel pain, and he included a source. Thus, the boiling water death is actually the most humane, since they feel like things are heating up and then just sort of die all of a sudden. Compare this to the alternative, where chefs have to use their entire body weight to force a knife down the middle of a lobster and cut it in half.
Yikes.
Not that it really matters because lobster is overrated. It's only considered a delicacy because someone tricked Americans into thinking that a long time ago.
It's true.
In places such as the Philippines, there is such a supply of lobsters it's considered peasant food. They're practically water-dwelling bugs. You might as well be eating roided-up crickets.
Yeah.
Douse that roided-up cricket in garlicky butter and give it to
Yeah,
me.
I don't care what
delicious,
it is.
yeah.
You cover it in butter, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
That's true, though, with it. Like, it used to be served to prisoners or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like super poor people
Yeah.
food.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're bottom feeders, right? Yeah. So we're catfish. I'll eat a catfish any day.
Not a saltwater catfish, though.
No, fresh one.
Those, okay.
Yeah.
Those are pig butt nasty.
I don't know that do people eat those?
No.
Okay.
They shouldn't.
People eat pig butts?
Yes.
Yeah, no, fried catfish. Big ol'.
Speaking of pig butts, you were talking about bacon jerky
Yeah.
the other day.
Bacon jerky apparently exists.
It does.
on.
I found it at Safeway last night.
Oh, no,
Really?
Yeah, you were talking to me about it, and
Yeah.
I was walking through the shelves in the snack aisle, and there was an opened bag of it. Like somebody came in and ate the entire thing. But I found the aisle that they had it. They had like sweet sriracha and like jalapeno
Oh,
flavor.
really? I only had regular.
Regular.
Is it
Yeah.
described as pork jerky? Is that how
No,
they-
it's
No,
bacon,
bacon
jerky.
jerky.
literally from the belly?
It looks like bacon that has just been
the-
dried,
it's
so it
the-
never goes bad.
Seriously.
That's
Mine was all kind of, it was at Safeway.
Oberto made the one I had. I found it in the Austin airport.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to show
Roberto.
Brad a
Oh,
picture
boy,
here.
is right.
And he
Oh,
can,
boy, is that bacon delicious.
yeah, bacon jerky, jalapeno flavor. Look at that. It's got
Weird.
it's called carnivore candy.
That's weird.
Oh, that looks really good.
I don't know.
It was really good.
Ever since I've had proper pork belly, I can't go back to straight up bacon
Really?
anymore.
Well, la-dee-da.
Yeah. Sorry. More lobster stuff.
Okay.
Thought we were done. I didn't pull any of the individual emails because there were so many, but a bunch of people wrote in saying you're supposed to put the lobster in cold water and then let the water heat slowly.
That's what you hear about. Like, you put a frog in there or whatever.
Supposedly
like,
that's the humane way to do it.
Yeah, it's the gradual thing or whatever. But if you
Wow,
put
hey, it's Tim Schafer and Greg Rice. What's up, guys?
Tim Schafer. Hi, guys.
I'm not interrupting. I'm just walking by.
Tim Schafer. Tim Schafer, come be on our podcast. Say something into a microphone, and then we got Tim Schafer. Then I'll be all.
We never get to have cameos on our podcast because
I'm
we're
gonna
usually
write.
in the
I'm
studio.
gonna write the deck for this podcast.
Guys, I'm trying to find my way out of the building. How do I get out of this building?
confusing.
It's so confusing.
I can't believe we got Tim Schafer on this podcast.
Hi, what are you guys talking about?
Incredible.
We really nailed it this week.
Lobsters. Oh, I love lobsters.
We should record in the studio more often. This is amazing.
You like to pull the legs off and just suck the lobster meat out of the leg?
There's some good stuff
Are you
in there.
really talking about lobsters?
Yeah.
No.
No, I like when they serve it when it's already like cracked apart and everything, and you just got to put a fork or whatever in there, and then you don't have to work at all.
If you have to work, you also have to think about how they're actually just bugs, like just big
yeah.
bugs in the
Big,
ocean.
big,
like,
giant
basically
bottom-feeding
a cockroach.
bugs.
in the
I don't
ocean.
think about it.
Don't ruin
Disgusting.
lobsters for me. I like them a lot. I don't want to think of that.
Maybe we shouldn't stop eating lobsters. Maybe we should start eating cockroaches.
Nope. I've eaten
we might be-
crickets.
I
We all
have not
will be.
put butter on the cockroach
10
before.
years
It
from now,
might
we'll all
be
be eating
delicious.
I might be really missing out here.
What do you think marshmallow fluff is made out of?
Are you saying that even after the nuclear apocalypse, we will still have marshmallow fluff?
Exactly.
Great.
Why should we do without?
All right, we're set then.
Well, I'm glad I could drop by and help out, you guys. Clear up this issue.
I can't wait to go write the podcast text. Special guest Tim Schafer joins us for a very.
For one question about lobsters.
Griffin Dingle. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Tim.
Let's see. Next lobster email.
Is this what we do now?
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew from Hayward, who describes himself as premium member until I die.
Word?
So yes, this is what we do now. My name is Andrew, and I've been working in a kitchen on the Google campus for the last 2 years, and once in a while we will order lobster to serve for lunch. Drew mentioned in the last podcast that lobsters are alive before you boil them. While most of the time this is true, I witnessed a different technique via my executive chef.
Yeah, don't they put them in freezers or something to slow them down?
No, well, maybe, but that's not what he's talking about here. One day, I walked in the kitchen and saw my chef with a small box of lobsters, a cutting board, and a chef knife. He grabbed a lobster, held it down to the board, and then stabbed the lobster. He proceeded to do this to the rest of the lobsters in the box. It was pretty horrific.
Oh, God.
I asked him what the reason was for stabbing, and he said that he was stabbing the lobsters in the brain to kill it instantly so the muscles don't tense up and become tough.
Huh.
Wow.
I'd never heard that before.
That makes sense.
It's like why you didn't we discuss like shooting a deer? Isn't it the same deal? Like you don't want to wound it, you want to kill it so that it doesn't get adrenaline in its
Right.
meat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes the meat weird.
Yeah.
I just had a really stupid thought and realized how stupid it was before I said it, which is rare. But I'll say it anyway. I was wondering, like, what's a more humane way for lobsters to not feel pain before you cook them? I was like, well, why don't you, like, when you go to the dentist and you have a procedure done, they just inject you with some general anesthetic. And I thought, like, yeah, just give them a little shot. And then what, we eat the general anesthetic?
Yeah, that would taste
That
wonderful.
doesn't sound good at all. I'd still do it.
Man, I've lost track of all these lobster emails. I pulled so many. This one's fucking bizarre. Josh in Maine writes in about the Lobstercast.
He probably knows.
I live in Maine, so I think that kind of makes me a minor expert in all things lobster.
Yeah.
I thought I'd let you know that there's a technique I learned when cooking lobster. You simply stroke their heads between their eyes for about a minute, and they fall asleep. That way they are unconscious while you boil them.
That is a rude awakening.
I should mention that they still make the screaming noise, but that's just air escaping from the shell. Also, I believe you guys said you're going to PAX East. If you guys make it up to Maine, then I can get you guys lobster rolls.
I would love to go.
I've had bad luck with lobster rolls when we go to PAX East.
Really?
Like never seem to get great ones.
I just get a bunch of clam chowder.
Like
we've
had like lobster rolls in a bar that were kind of okay. We've had them at the hotel, which were kind of okay. I've never had like a mind blowing lobster roll.
They're supposed to be cold. I think I've only had one, and it was cold, and it wasn't great.
Oh,
and it was in Boston,
necessarily.
probably.
I don't know.
So I'm allergic to shellfish, but I fucking love lobster. And every
really?
once in a while, I will test the limits of my allergy
This seems like a great idea.
just to have a little taste. It never
Just
works out very
like-
well, but
A fork full of lobster in
Yeah.
one hand and an epinephrine pen in the other.
pretty much, yeah. My throat closes up and I can't breathe and stuff.
That's
but
okay.
like I can have a bite or two and usually be okay. I just sound a little more
you just drink the
smoldery and
butter?
sexy. Oh, okay. Okay.
Skip the lobster.
All right, maybe.
Or if they were like lobster flavored Jelly Bellies, because the Jelly Belly people are really good at just nailing the
They
flavors.
really
like
are.
that.
Did I ever read those beer flavored ones?
Yeah, you did, and it tasted like beer.
It tasted like stale, warm beer, right?
I don't know who
nailed
these
it.
sorcerers are at Jelly Belly, but like they make fucking jelly beans that taste like popcorn.
I would rather drink beer than eat jelly beans, though. I would rather eat lobster than eat jelly beans.
What if jelly
Yeah.
beans got you drunk?
I don't think it works that way.
You know, you could probably
Bet it could.
immerse them in some vodka or something. They'd probably
I've had that with gummy bears. Yeah.
yeah.
I did that. I always hear about people making like Skittle vodka and stuff. And a few months ago, I put a bunch of grape nerds into my beer, thinking
No.
like, oh, it's probably going to make it taste
It's
like
exact-
a nerdy beer.
Exact same principle.
No.
Yeah,
It's just gross. It just got to the bottom, and they weren't purple anymore. They were all just white. And I tried to eat them, like, oh, maybe it'll be like delicious. Like, no, it's like
You're
beer.
right. You're right about one thing. That was some nerdy beer.
Yeah, yeah.